Have you ever wondered what it's really all about? Have you ever thought to yourself, what do I truly stand for? The old saying goes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. I really believe that living by principle is better than the alternative. It's certainly better than living for no reason and no principle at all. Hey, I'd love to share some of these with you, these principles of mine. My name is Mark Willis. I'm a certified financial planner trying to do this thing right, this life thing, this money thing. And I think that there's some guidelines, some principles I've stumbled across from mentors, from books I've read, from famous quotes. Many of these are not straight out of my brain. I'm not that smart. But I'd love to share what I've found with you and see if any of this resonates with you. I do plan to release these principles over the next few weeks, few months, maybe over my lifetime as I find more of them in short video form. So definitely subscribe to our channel, like the video, ring the bell so you can be notified when these new videos come out. Some of them are going to be like in the depths of spreadsheets and fun. Others are going to be like today, where we get a little bit more squishy with what we're exactly standing for. So let's get into it. I want to show you some of these rock solid principles for life. So these are my ponderings on purpose, on power, and Pfinances. Yeah, you like that? Okay. So the first thing I'd like to say, the first written principle, and I've written these out for my family, my friends, my colleagues. The first one is you become what you think about all day long. Habits are destiny, and you become what you think about all day long. It's important to realize that your mental talk is like it's an exercise in design. It's an architecture. And when you think about your problems all day long, your stress all day long, when you think about the people you have to please all day long, or the things that are wrong in your life financially, you're going to become the outcome of your thoughts. Your thoughts become your destiny, because your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your habits, and your habits become your destiny. So I would say that your hopes, your heart, your dreams, plus facing it with reality mixed with your determination is the pathway to a successful life. You can become more than your problems, but you got to take your dream to the real world. You got to sit there and say, all right, hey, I can't necessarily be a basketball player being 5'10". Just not going to happen. But I can say, all right, my dreams plus my reality plus my determination can make me the best basketball player on the block, or with my buddies, or whatever your dream is. Dream plus reality plus grit or determination is going to be what leads you to that successful life. Okay, cool. So that's my first piece here. In terms of life, habits are destiny. What about the next principle for life? The next principle for life is truth produces health. And I guess the antithesis is lies produce death and problems and sickness and all the bad things that you don't want in your life. So truth produces health. It's better to embrace your reality and deal with it than to bury your head in the sand. If I've got a pain in my neck or my back or my foot, better to realize that it's happening, better to deal with it. It's the old phrase, a stitch in time saves nine. So embrace your reality. Stitch the one small hole before it becomes a big hole. In Texas, they say, kill the snake while it's small. So embrace reality and deal with it. Find the truth, and the truth, correctly dealt with, will produce health. The second piece to this is you can hope for the future, and that's good. That's actually the right way to go in terms of life, but engage with today. Don't live so far in the future or with your head in the clouds that you're of no useful purpose today. And finally, be radically open-minded and radically transparent, almost to a point where it feels uncomfortable. If you live behind a veil, if you hide from your friends, if you hide from your family, if you hide from your coworkers, your boss, your spouse, your attorney, the police. If at some point your openness will be made known to the world, and if you don't share your issues, your problems, your complaints, your shortcomings, we all have them, with the people you're closest to who can help support you in those shortcomings. Maybe it's an addiction, maybe it's a shortcoming you have in a personality trait. The people you're closest to can help you deal with it. Again, back to the first piece there, truth produces health. So the more you can bring openness to your community, the less you're going to have to deal with a courtroom or a judge or other authorities that might bring down the hammer on your shortcomings. Truth produces health. My third and final one for today, I'm going to do more of these, but the third principle I want to leave you with today is look to nature to understand reality. Nature, Mother Nature, that is, the world as it's created, leaves us so many clues about how to live this wonderful, beautiful life. The first and most important, in my opinion, is iteration and adaptation with rapid trial and error is invaluable. You really cannot go wrong when watching nature. Try and try again. Watch a squirrel try to get to that birdseed in your backyard. Watch a flower bed. If it gets overtaken with weeds, watch it fight back and try different strategies and scenarios. Watch the world as it turns, and you'll see that iteration is just a part of nature's way of surviving and coping with struggle and challenge. In fact, challenge is what brings strength. So understand nature's lessons. It's a fundamental law that in order to gain strength, you have to push your own limits, which is a painful act. In fact, there's a phrase out there, post-traumatic stress disorder, and that's a real powerful and unfortunately traumatic diagnosis for many millions of people in this world. And my heart is out for any of those who've gone through traumatic problems, issues in your past. There is a approach you may take with correct counsel and guidance and community that can help you lead through the trauma and into growth. We have a choice at some point, and we can continually make this choice to take the trauma that we all have had in our life and choose growth. Again, look to nature to understand reality. When a flower gets stepped on, there's actually, even in a flower, I was learning this on Science Friday podcast a few weeks ago, even in a flower, it knows how to bend itself back up and face the light, even after it's been crushed. Now, if a flower can do it, you can too. So find the pain in your life and find a way to transform it into growth. So pain and reflection is the pathway to progress, not just pain for pain's sake, but pain, then reflection on the pain. Learn the best way to live. Reflect when you make a mistake and then grow. Be the next better version of you tomorrow than you were today. Tomorrow's a brand new set of obstacles and opportunities. You can make it if you try again to be a better version of yourself. And remember, your future is always bigger than your past. That's the truth in nature. Look at the algae on a lake. Look at the moss on a tree. Look at the bugs next to a picnic. Your future is always bigger than your past. And there's always a bigger, brighter future. Even if it's your final day on your deathbed, your future, meaning your legacy, could be bigger than the entirety of your life if you set it up right from today going forward. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. So look to nature to understand reality. That's my last principle today. I've got more, but I want to leave you with those. What are your thoughts? Give me your feedback on some of these. Which of these resonate the most with you? I'd love to be able to speak with you guys and talk with you about it, because your principles might be categorically different. You might think different about one of these. So which of these makes the most sense to you? Which one convicted you? Which one do you want to go back over and try something in your life to align with one of these principles? I'd love to get your feedback on these, and we'll be doing more of these in the weeks ahead.